Welcome to this video on the toxicology of mercury. We are exploring a significant paradigm shift in how we understand and manage heavy metal neurotoxicity, moving away from classical renal chelation and toward a new approach focused on targeted selenoprotein restoration. For millennia, mercury has caused clinical devastation. From the cinnabar elixirs of ancient emperors to the industrial disasters of the 1950s and modern laboratory accidents, history shows us the profound, often tragic, limitations of traditional treatments when facing this toxic element. To address this, we must recognize mercury's three primary profiles: elemental vapor, inorganic salts, and organic compounds like methylmercury vary significantly in how they are absorbed, which organs they target, and their ability to penetrate the blood-brain barrier. The classical medical protocol relies on renal clearance using thiol chelators like DMPS and DMSA. While these effectively lower blood mercury levels, they are limited because they lack the necessary transport mechanisms to reach and remove mercury from deep target organs, such as the brain. Crucially, increased urinary mercury does not equate to clinical recovery. We often see a quote clinical illusion, where chelation produces rapid spikes in excretion, but the patient's neurological symptoms fail to improve. Chronic exposure often leads to deterioration, even when blood and urine mercury metrics appear to be falling. The blood-brain barrier acts as a one-way trap. Once mercury enters the brain, it is often oxidized or converted into highly neurotoxic forms that cannot easily exit. Traditional chelators simply cannot penetrate this barrier, leaving the trapped mercury to cause ongoing damage. We now understand that mercury toxicity is fundamentally an induced cellular selenium deficiency. Mercury has an extremely high affinity for selenium, and its primary toxic effect is the irreversible binding and inhibition of critical selenoenzymes, which disrupts the cell's redox environment. This is the quote selenoprotein hijack. By binding to selenium, mercury halts the activity of essential systems like thioredoxin reductase. Without these selenoproteins, the cell loses its ability to clear reactive oxygen species, leading to mitochondrial destruction, DNA damage, and eventual cell death. The new paradigm for treatment focuses on two simultaneous mechanisms: using N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, to assist in clearing mercury from the central nervous system, and using selenium to resupply the cellular deficit and restore stalled enzyme activity. NAC acts as the brain's targeted transporter. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and boosts glutathione production. This glutathione then binds to organic mercury, forming a complex that can be actively pumped out of the brain while also helping the cell combat oxidative stress. Selenium neutralizes the threat through three mechanisms: restoring vital enzymes, stripping methyl groups from organic mercury to make it easier to capture, and performing colloidal sequestration, which binds mercury ions into inert, non-toxic complexes. Selenium supplementation also triggers the liver to produce selenoprotein P. This acts as a biological magnet, pulling deposited mercury out of organs like the brain and into the bloodstream. Note that a rise in blood mercury levels during this phase is actually a sign of successful tissue redistribution. Comparing the old and new toolkits, the emerging paradigm of NAC and selenium is superior for chronic exposure. Unlike traditional methods, this approach crosses the blood-brain barrier, restores selenoenzymes, and actively resolves the underlying toxic mechanisms. Synergistic rescue is key. Studies show that when NAC and selenium are used together, they achieve results neither could provide alone, including significant restoration of organ function and a dramatic reduction in mercury concentrations within the brain, kidney, and liver. Finally, a critical warning: never mix these paradigms. Traditional thiol chelators should not be administered concurrently with selenium. They may bind to the supplemental selenium, reducing its therapeutic availability and preventing the very recovery this new paradigm aims to achieve. This unified treatment architecture is divided into two distinct phases. Phase 1, lasting for the first 4 days, focuses on acute renal clearance using DMPS or DMSA. We stop this quickly, as the goal is simply to clear free mercury from the blood and kidneys before tissue penetration stalls. Phase 2 represents the core of neurological recovery. From day 5 onwards, we initiate a combined protocol of NAC and selenium. The objective shifts from flushing the blood to restoring cellular selenoenzymes. Monitor success through clinical and neurological markers, keeping in mind that temporary blood mercury spikes are a sign of successful mobilization.